Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Heru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist. Back at it again, here for you, your fitness coach, your fitness mentor, your fitness genius, your fitness enthusiast, your fitness expert, professional, however you want to look at it. Here for you with episode 5-4, Complacency. Yes, complacency or complacent. Episode 5-4. Shout out to you again, Finn, for the last episode, episode 53, talking to Finn, connected, mentorship, doing our thing. Definitely heads up. Now we talk about complacency. With your host, the most. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who this is. This Heru, the modern monk, here just for you. Want to touch bases, want to open your mind, want to expand the mind, want to expand the thoughts, the thinking, the mentality of positive, influential, impact, leaving legacies. You feel me? Leaving legacies. That's what time it is. Leaving a true legacy. Yes, I do not have any children, but at the same time, leaving a true legacy where I'll live beyond the children's children. Literally. But we're going to dig deep in this. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you share this with your mama, daddy, grandma, grandpa, whoever in the house, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you do, however you get down, share it with somebody. Let them know this brother Heru, the modern monk, is not bullshitting. He's bout it, Master P. Thank you for all your comments. Share this. Another thing, I got t-shirts I want to give you. Oh, of course, sharing with the currency, as they call it, the dollar right now. And I'll take those. I'll take gold too. If you got some gold, I would take that too. The real money, they call it, real money. If you really down, you give me a gold coin, I'll give you a t-shirt. You feel me? Let's start making some things happen here. Let's start building some real wealth, my fellow ladies and gents. But it's all love. All love of abundance. Thank yous. Thank yous all around the world, literally. We actually touching a lot of places, literally. A lot of places getting touched by a brother. Touched by a brother. That's the new AT&T theme. Touched by a brother. Thank yous. Thank you for sitting down, taking the time to tune in for a minute. Tune in for a few minutes as Heru, the modern monk, take you through a journey or the mind of complacency. The mind of complacency, episode 5-4. Now let's dig a little deep and get on the same plane for a few minutes of our time or of our day or of our night or whatever time you actually tuning in to the 411 Calisthenic Lifestyle Podcast Show, where you definitely feel the experience, as my boy Spock would say. Huh? Or Captain Kirk. That's a Captain Kirk move, right? Or data. Now, let's talk about complacency. A foreign word amongst the work environment. Not necessarily the work environment, even your personal relationships. Oh my goodness. Complacency. Now, complacent. See, the one thing about the English word or the English language, it's interesting because the words really explain the particular format of what you're actually diving into, if that makes sense. Now let me break that down. Now, I know that went over a lot of y'all heads. But break it down to simple forms. Have you ever felt like this? This is kind of crazy. When I'm talking to people and giving them like information, it's crazy how people respond. I mean, like, if I'm saying something that, maybe I'm sorry, y'all with me. Hold on, y'all with me. I'm kind of going into some deep thought right there, but I'm explaining to myself, my inner self, what's going on. Because I notice it's a lot of complacency within the human psyche right now, right? A lot of complacency. We tend to settle. We tend to sit our asses down, not necessarily taking the time to tune in to listen. We're doing other things that takes us out of character. Complacency. That takes us literally out of character. Man. But the simplicity of complacement, right? Complacency, placement, putting something somewhere, whatnot, right? A mentality, a coming forth, coming together, pushing forward. You feel me? Complacement, right? We tend to settle for what we are presented with, but we have forgotten, this is the thing, we have forgotten how to keep learning or how to keep developing, right? Developing, getting your skills better, reinventing yourself. And this is daily. And I'm explaining this to people, or working to explain this to you guys. It's like, look, every day I'm working to be better than yesterday, be better than an hour ago, 15 minutes ago, 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second, however you want to look at it. But this is the mentality I think we all should be taking on. Therefore, we can have more competition within fields that are fields that a lot of people can actually do, per se, I would guess. If we really taken the time to listen or to tune in to our thinking or to our mentality, to our feelings or to our emotions, as everybody want to talk about now. Because everybody's emotions are getting hurt, getting stepped on, crying. We're babies. We have become a baby culture, a society. Oh, the strongest and this and that. Think about all the attributes they put on America or North America or those who's born in North America. They always put this strong. Oh, they're not, powerful. They got this, they that. Think about it. All the 80s, all the brainwashing they was doing to us in the 80s. You had some of the greatest movies ever of all time in the 80s, right? Big, powerful movies, Star Wars and all these epic movies, Back to the Future. You know what I'm saying? All the movies were significant. Even the Goonies, the power of the movie The Goonies was so powerful back then. Stand By Me. It was so many classics back then. Literally. So many classics. And the brainwashing that has been created to give us this mindset of complacency. Because we get on these jobs. We work these jobs and you wake up and you're there 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. And it's kind of like you at awe when you hear somebody that's been there like 15, 20 years. That's a long time. That's a long time to be complacent. You see what I'm saying? To get stuck. And we're not pushing the rock forward. We're not pushing shit forward. We're going backwards. And the crazy thing, you can even think about this. All the years you've been at this particular job or environment, kind of like I've been thinking about going into a different industry. Fitness is my love. Fitness is my life, right? Know the ins and outs. I have been able to master my body. That's when you become a fitness expert. Okay? When you become a fitness expert is when you have mastered your body, when you have mastered the things you want to do with your body, right? Mind, body, soul, spirit, however you want to look at it. We tend to get complacent. Literally. We forget about everything and anything. Your child has raised up. You have raised a young man. You have raised a young lady. And you don't even know them. Because you're not even working on... People always talk about security. Look, security exists, but security does not exist. Because there's no industry that creates truly a secured security. Not even your prison systems do that. Complacency. Now, let me dig into this word. I'm actually going to use Google as a reference. Google.com, and searched up complacency. And this was the definition.
Complacency.
A feeling of smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievements. Okay? So that's the context we coming from. Or we're actually going to dive into. Smugness, self-satisfaction, self-approval, self-admiration, self-regard, gloating, triumph, pride, satisfaction, contentment, carelessness. You know what? It's funny too. When you think about complacency, complacency should be more of you should be able to substitute complacency with more of confidence, right? Confidence or competence, right? Because when you look at it on that level, you want to learn, you want to expand, like today, I had a date today. I felt like I was literally the only one at work today. At Home Depot. I felt today that I was the only one there. You know what I'm saying? Literally. They had me on both sides of the over here, over there, over here, over there. And I was working on, and I love doing this. I learned a new lesson. I learned I learned a new trade, how to rekey keys or, doorknobs, padlocks, yada, 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 right? So I learned how to rekey. So this particular door, this sludge, I was having a challenging time today, working on it, and the springs kept coming out of the key, the key apparatus, the tumbler, because I'm changing the tumblers in the padlocks and whatnot. It's an interesting little trade, and it's kind of I kind of love the energy that it brings to me. Plus, it brings my mind in a different viewpoint of Home Depot, because I'm actually learning something. I gotta study it, and plus I gotta dive more into it, so I'm being more patient with what I'm working with, right? It's a little more than just putting the key in the key maker, and the key maker 2 minutes and it's done. Less than that, a minute or so and it's done, So, but when you're doing these rekeying, you start going into a different mindset. So it's more of like a meditation exercise for me there, right? So I tend to do some of those, and I do a pretty good job. Most of the keys I have been doing well, but particularly today was I went through like 4 of them because I kept pushing out the springs, right? The springs kept coming out the tumblers. So I was like, oh man, this is crazy. So, and plus, so the stress was like amounts of stress, right? So remind you, we have some things going like any other business, right? And I'm feeling like I'm the only one there. So people just kept coming to me. I'm doing the rekey, and people just kept asking me questions. They don't see me paying attention to this detail here, right? To this classic magic. Because hands down, actually doing rekeying, it makes you feel like a blacksmith, because it's an old school trade. You feel what I'm saying? Something that I think a lot of us should know about keys, right? Kind of like the master keys, as you putting keys within your mind to actually trigger certain financial keys, if that makes sense. Mental keys, spiritual keys. You with me? Are you with me? So we're going into this mindset. So I'm thinking, wow, am I the only one? There you go. There's a spring done came out. The spring done popped out. I'm wondering what's really going on. Nobody's on the floor. Nobody's here with me. I'm the only one here, and all these people keep coming and ask me. So I was having a challenging time today with these particular doorknobs. But my point is, sometimes we get so complacent about that we don't want to add no value back into the game no more. You feel me? Complacency. It puts people in a mindset where they don't want to grow. They're satisfied, right? They're satisfied. This is it. This is all life has given me, and I worked this for the last 20 years. You don't think something's wrong with that, folks? I'm going to smoke to that one. Think about it. That's something wrong. When you have people that's been on a job, I'm saying 5 years or more, you're obviously satisfied. You're settling. You know what I'm saying? And think about, this is what I was going to say earlier. You can actually this be an interesting little experiment for you. Take the time, how much money you making, and look at all the raises you have had amongst that time, that small time period. And you'd be amazed. You'd be probably embarrassed the stuff how much you done raised up. It'd be like 10, 20 cent, 30 cent, 40 cent, 50 cent, all them years. And this is what you're worth. And we give these employers all that time, and it's taking us down. It's literally breaking you down so bad where you don't even have no hope, no drive, no ambition, even just to advance in the areas that you have available is what time it is. Make it to the CEO. Okay, now I want to own the franchise. Okay, if I can't own the franchise, let me go get my own franchise. You feel me? This is the thinking. They always talking about entrepreneurship thinking. Entrepreneurship thinking. And see, this is another thing too. I think opportunities present themselves, but the right opportunities for you per se, with your character building per se, the time will come to you when you're ready. Because think about it. When you get off, or when you're creating a habit and then you start building on that habit, all of a sudden it's a part of your routine. Just like I've been telling people, look, Fitness is my life. Fitness is part of my life, literally. No, well, fitness is majority of my life. You know, if I had more days, fitness is the life. I'm walking, you know what I'm saying? I'm running. I'm activating my body. I'm getting out there. See, this is another thing too. This is why I think we attract the youth, the young kids. When they see old people, and that's how they may see me. They may see me, oh, these little kids is looking at me. They're like, man, I want to do that. You feel me? This is what I get all the time at these parks. I go to these little parks. You know, I don't have to be flexing t-shirt off and none of that. They just see how a brother get down. They like, damn, who's this brother? Literally. You know, because I think it's, don't take me wrong, it's the energy, right? It's the energy. It's the magnetism, as Think and Grow Rich talk about. You have that power when you come in the store. When I come in the Home Depot, I'm bringing energy with me. You feel me? And people are feeling that energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why it pays to be always up on your game. Literally. I'm not saying every day. You ain't going to be able to handle this every day. You know what I'm saying? I even got recognized today. My upper management gave me some little, a little shout out. So that was cool. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? The money is good, but I enjoy the encouragement, how you can build. What can I do more? How can I be more of value? You see what I'm saying? Not necessarily value for Home Depot, but value for myself. See what I'm saying? I can take this experience I'm having with Home Depot with the key, rekeying people's deadlocks, rekeying people's doors. You know what I'm saying? That's a skill. You feel me? That's a skill. Everybody gonna need a door knob. I mean, even though we're kind of going into the technology, this is the funny thing. We're going into the technology where the doors are open with the computers, yada, yada, yada. Don't y'all know that stuff is available to others? But if anybody want to break in your door, you know they can get in your door, right? It's all about a respectful understanding. That's what I got to say about competency. You got to see, you got to get up. You got to get up and you got to get out. And don't be the know-it-all. You don't have to be the know-it-all. The know-it-all always seem like nobody knows. Nobody want to be around that person. Complacency. We give these people our hearts, minds, bodies, souls, money, everything. Work hard for them. And at the end of the years, what happened? No kind of appreciation. Really, truly, I'm talking about some true appreciation. Yeah, you came through. We done gained 2.6 million for what y'all have done. Literally. Complacency. And the crazy element of this complacency, it happens in all venues. And I mean all venues. I'm talking about your relationships. You know, I mentioned that earlier in the few minutes, 5 or so. We get into these relationships and we get complacent. We don't want to stay in shape. We want to, you know what I'm saying? We think because we're with this person, oh, they're going to love me regardless of what happens, what I go through. No, it's certain things we can control, people. Complacency. And this is my point to advertise. Yes, welcome to You Are the Gym, the 411 Calisthenic podcast show, where we have the best for you. It may be advice, it may be information, but it is a rumor. You feel me? It's a rumor. So check out the rumor. Go do your due diligence. Go check out that brother Heru. See what he up to. Heru Alman at You Are the Gym. That's his Instagram. You can Facebook them too. You Are the Gym with a U. You feel me? Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. You Are the Gym. Take the time to connect. 206-659-6382. You feel me? How can we benefit each other? How can we take each other to the next level? You know, I'm working with a sister right now. She's got a great garden going down. I'm giving her $25 per week, every other week. Forgive me, twice a week. You feel me? Start a CSA. Get that cracking in your marketplace. You become the marketplace. Yeah, we'll ship it. Shipping and handling, keeping it real in the local areas, you know. But that's the point. We can build with each other. Finn reaching out like he did. This is still the commercial. But we're going to get back into it. We get complacent. Right? We get complacent. We don't want to reach out. We want to sit and wait. That's what we're doing right now. We're sitting and waiting. Oh, did I vote? Who vote? Did you vote? No. Did I vote? Yes. Did I vote? Did you vote? What is it going to do, vote? They're going to put in whoever they want to put in. Believe that. And you know it's going to be Donald Trump. If it's not Donald Trump, it's going to be some suicide assassinations going down. Feel me? You crazy, Heru? The modern muck? Yeah, I'm crazy. But it's certain things that create the craziness too. Complacency. We have accepted stupidity, ignorance, and many other big term words that I don't want to list here. Where the mindset, we're so complacent. We're happy to be miserable. Literally. Oh, you can say that for yourself. I'm living the life, you know, because guaranteed I'm always looking for something exciting in my days. And the days go pretty fast, especially when you're one of the top retail stores in the market. Your day tend to go pretty fast, kind of like we've been talking about, the quickening. And you know what? The quickening happens in your first 8 hours at your job. Well, 9 hours technically at your job. In some cases, people getting there a few hours early. And then you have the other side of people who don't show up to work. Y'all have any of those? But it's an understanding too, because I think we have been complacent, and we'll talk about that too. Work ethic. What happened to work ethics? Have we pushed them to the side? Complacency. Pushed them to the side. Satisfied. We're satisfied with laziness. We're satisfied. Complacency. Oh yeah, he's a loony. He don't have it all. And I'm not saying I got it all. I'm not saying I have all the answers either. But I do have some questions. And I'm not tolerating this ignorance, stupidity anymore. I'm done with that. We got to definitely start taking more responsibility, more accountability for our actions, the things we do, the things we say. You feel me? Because I know I'm judged. I'm judged on all this stuff I'm talking to y'all about on these podcast shows, in my Instagram posts, all that, Facebook, whatever. You feel me? But I'd be damned if I be censored. You feel me? I'm going to speak what I want to speak, not what nobody else. That's why I don't really subscribe to the big ass YouTubes and all these other conglomerates that dictate and put terms and agreements on you for you speaking your mind, as they call America, freedom of speech. We're seeing that being debunked 24/7. 24/7. 7 days a week. Got cats out there in Seattle. These cats out there shooting folks, beating people up. And we call ourselves a civilization. Yes, a civilization. We call ourselves civil. But we getting all these civil actions on us. Oh my goodness. Complacency. And you know what? Because the complacency mindset doesn't put you in the driver's seat. You know that, right? Because you know most of them people get fired first. Uh-oh. I think I'm hitting some emotions now. I think I'm going deep in there. Start getting the people to wake up. Think about all the industries I've been, and I'm thinking about going into some new extreme, just the opposite of what I've been doing. Because you tend to become what you think, right? The Earl Nightingales, the Napoleon Hills, the Tony Anthonys, Anthony Tonys, Robbinses, the Les Browns, and many other greats. That some of them still live with us. You feel me? In the land of the living, you know. But you do have your stars that has passed on. Complacency. We settle. And we enjoy it too. That's the funny thing. We enjoy it. We know. And don't take me wrong. To an extent, that those particular attributes, complacency, definitely puts a drive into you when, you know, the worst can happen to you and you still cool. You're still cool back. Relax. You're not showing no impatience. You're like, I got this. Right? That's the mentality. I got this. But I've been doing it so long, whatever they say, I do. But I want to keep it the same. You ever think about that? I want to keep the environment the same. That's why I don't think a lot of these jobs environments are not truly growing, you know, because you're not keeping your employees. You feel what I'm saying? You're not able to keep them. Majority of them, especially in one area, one particular focused department, if that makes sense. Oh, no, that doesn't make sense, Heru. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about a team. We always talking about team building. Here's where your team building skills come in right now. Here's a tip where we can start working together. As soon as you in harmony, everybody know their parts or play their part, everything falls in place. Communication. Regulation. Communication. That's where they screw us up with regulation. Them policies. Your policies say this. I gotta be 12 feet. Now, and see, if we force, let me put this out there. If we force the 6 foot issue within the Home Depot confinements, everybody, we wouldn't have nobody in the store. We wouldn't have too many people in the store. And this is all around the country, so it's not privy to Home Depot. This is around the world, around so-called United States or the North America. 6 foot, 6 feet, 6 feet, sir. Please stand back, sir. No, ma'am. Please stand back. I do have arms here. We are complacent. Fearful. We're fearful. We have indoctrinated a mentality, a response mentality that they have created, and they put it in They put it in the music. They put it in the videos. They put it in the movies. It's all sedated around you. We see it on our magazines, even though that industry is dying. Oh no, I got a magazine. Yeah, that industry is dying. Getting smaller and smaller in your local areas. See, and that's what I'm saying about complacency. When people are not transforming their businesses, they're not transforming within themselves. They're not adding value. You feel what I'm saying? Adding another skill. It's one of the things too, what Home Depot has been given to me has been patience. Really hunkering down on patience. Shout out to my last girlfriend. Because that was one of the things, the lesson I have learned. The patience. Be patient, my bad one. Be patient, Luke. My brother Luke. It's going to be all good. It's going to turn out to be good. But this have been the situation. We have became so complacent where we have allowed the homeless person to be literally what we see on TV, what they was mocking back in the day, right? Even though it's always been homeless, folks, but it really amplified that energy, if that makes sense. You feel me? Because there's a lot of people losing their homes. There's a lot of people losing their minds. There's a lot of people losing a lot of things, right? And this where the time is right now where you have to build another skill. You have to give back to you. You feel me? You have to do something different. And a lot of us settle for the shit. We settle, we look up and it's 20 years that went by. Literally 2 decades. And you can think about all that time. Think about all that time. What have you done? What have you came from? Some people have miracles, but most of us don't have that experience. And it goes so fast. Literally, it goes so fast. You're looking at think about it. You can look at Facebook now and it's got a timeline where you can see all the growth of your children. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they were so young then. And then how they've been doing all those. This is what you had 2 years ago or 3 years ago. That's genius too. But at the same time, a lot of people don't want to relive their past. Complacency. Complacency puts you in a mindset where you want to stay the same. You want everything to be the same. You don't want transformation. You feel me? Are y'all with me? Are you with me on this one? Complacency. You want the same. You satisfied. You're self-approved. You know what I'm saying? You like, okay, I'm good. I got this. No, you always have to push the envelope. And I don't know why they mean by pushing the envelope, because we're not really pushing the envelope. You're licking it, you press it down, and you send it off. Right? Or they talking about the push between your hand and the mailbox. See, that's another thing we need to definitely go dive into. Revisit these little sayings that we talked about this in my past couple shows, But my point is complacent. We get complacent. We don't want growth unless it's doing something to push you a little bit. But other than that, you really don't care for what comes out the end. Even if you do get a bonus, if that makes sense. Complacency. Now, we tend, to think we have security. I'm going to go back to that. We tend to think we got security when we really don't have security. Not even at a job, but within your relationship. Even if you have an agreement, and I mean agreement if you via doing it situation at the courthouse, or you doing it, both of them legal, but doing it at the courthouse, or going to do it, traditional, boom, 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 get married, all that stuff, marriage license and that, or different from a oath you take or something like that on that level, contract, oath. But my point is, you tend to get complacent. You tend to not do anything new, kind of expired, putting some more inspiration in your marriage or whatever the case may be, kind of giving back some zest or doing something to create something or to develop or learn a new skill. All these things are just inceptions. I'm just thinking out loud, but these are inceptions. Because like I said, that needs to be the movement. Where are our thinkers? Where are the thinkers? Where are they at? I want to connect. I'm here. I'm sending this out. I'm listening in. I'm tuning in to other podcast shows too as well. I want to know what's out there. I want to know what people are talking about. But at the same time, I want to definitely get understanding what I'm talking about and how I can add more value to the populace. How can I add more value to the more majority of the people? Not to just think like me, but to think, to put things in perspective, or working on putting things in perspective. Because we all have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? But my purpose ain't to shoot you and kill him and do this and do that. It may be the right circumstance. But at the same time, it's all about how can you give value? You tuning in to this show. Obviously, it was meant for you to get this. You know what I'm saying? And it was timing. That's another thing. It was timing. Because like I said, everybody's not ready when the doors are opening up. Okay, you're the manager now. It's all in your hands. There you go. Wow. Ah! No, you just got to take ownership. That's what I'm talking about on the competency. You got to take ownership. You got to take it in heed. You got to take leadership. You got to be the leader. You got to shine regardless. Who's manager? Who's top? Nah, I got this. This is mine. This is my domain. And I'm willing to learn. What do I got to learn to get better? Improve. Take my game to the next level. Literally. In the next level. Not settling. Bucking the system. Even if you going with the system, you're bucking the system. But you're using you. You bringing your personality. You bringing your character in there. Because they need your characteristics. And they need you, my brothers, my sisters. Because we need each other. We need each other. Uh-oh. I just called to say I love you. Yeah, we need each other. Hands down. We definitely need each other. Each one teach one. Get us out of that competency mindset. Start adding more value to yourself. You know, when you start adding more value, it's kind of interesting. Your mate going to get with you or they not going to get with you. Because they're like, oh, you're leaving me behind. See, and that's the thing. Because we get complacent. Not just in a relationship, but in other factors. Other issues. Other situations. Think about it. That's why I think children get so bored at certain things. They don't want to, unless you start bringing in new elements. You got to bring new elements so they can learn, right? That's why the traditional schools have not been successful. because they're not doing anything. Don't take me wrong. There's some schools out there doing stuff, but most of them, the curriculums are still old-fashioned ways. Literally, that didn't really give us the results. Well, to think for yourself, to think. That's why it's kind of interests me too. Like they only had a few writers, like back in the early 1900s, Walden and all these particular writers who wrote on the heritage society, the culture here. You know, only a few of them, but I would thought it would have been more. You know, lot more than the ones that they push us, you know, push upon us, as they would say. These historically, like I said, we have got incompetent, we have got competency and complacent. Well, we haven't got competent, but we got complacent with everything. Literally with everything, you know. And the funny thing too, I never understood that people really think you, well, and maybe that might be maybe that could be a good thing, maybe that could be a bad thing. But people come to you and they think you have the answer for practically anything and everything they ask. Y'all probably saying, this brother is crazy. Yes. It sounds crazy and it is crazy. But when you think about it, when it's actually hitting you daily in, daily out, you got to question yourself. You're like, is this a place I need to be around? Is this my environment? Why am I here? You know what I'm saying? These are questions that's going in my head. I'm thinking, and I got to deal with this? Not saying I'm running away. But some of y'all got a question. Y'all better start answering some things. Cause we're going 2021. We thought 2020 was 21's gonna be, yeah. Right. Well, the next couple of years is gonna be a hefty one. You know. But it's funny how they sweep these under the rug. You know, even like when you think about the early 2000s, coming into the new millennia, they swept all that under the rug. You don't hear nothing about that stuff anymore. Think about it. Don't take me wrong, you still hear 9/11 and all that. I think 9/11, but you don't hear all the so-called issues that was going on with the people, the liberties that was taken. You feel me? All these things that was going on during that period of time, even though it is not going to be nothing compared to what was going on right now. I mean, even with this pandemic, as everybody keeps saying, the pandemic that's undercover, nobody knows what it looks like. How is it affecting the body? And then these doctors are just coming in, well, just I can see the people now. 2 people come in with some kind of sickness. Okay, we're going to have to take, the whole plane has it now. We're going to have to lock them down. We're going to have to quarantine them for 18 days, 14 days. So what they're doing, what if all these particular people who decide they want to all go somewhere at the same time, what they're going to do, lock them up? Anybody ask that question? 14 days. They quarantining. So what they gonna do? They're looking at you. What, they got a cop following you or something? See, these are things we so complacent it's ridiculous. It's like, why are we not? We have the power. The people have the power. We stand up, folks. If we stand up, the cops look like little tiny, they're not even, brother, sister, hear me out. They're not big as we think they are. They always try to make these cops and everybody all the military. Look, it's more of us than there is military and all these cats combined. Uh-oh, they shut me down. They shut me down. And you know the coldest thing about the situation? I've been wanting to say this for a few podcast shows. They have the sirens going on here in Honolulu. Probably every 30 minutes you hear them going. Right? The funny thing is, what does that do to the psyche? All my black folks on the call. I know. No, I'm joking. But y'all know what's up. Y'all know what time it is. You hear these sirens. All that comes to mind is death. Somebody done got shot. Or somebody very ill. Or some drama went down, right? These are the things that come to your mind when you hear them sirens. Because you know they got their particular sirens. And then you have ambulance, they got their particular sirens. So peep the game. This is the thing. Peep the game. They're building all this fear around you. That's why it's fucked up to be in the city. That's why I'm learning a lot more and more. And I know I need an ass whooping because I've been in these big ass cities the last few years. And I know I shouldn't even be out here. I should be in the sticks. Where it's true beauty. Where I don't mind running into a bear. At least the bear gave me some kind of respect. And I can even get my look on. And look like I done been through some things. And I can even give y'all a text or a Instagram picture. Man, I just fought a bear and whooped his ass. And have evidence of a video. But my point is, we have got complacent. And y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why I was thinking about it today. Complacency. We have got so complacent. And you know, complacency will put your heart, your body, your soul into the ground. It have you out of shape. Literally, it have you out of shape. Have you coming in all crazy times and hours? And accept everything. That's a funny thing too. We accept everything. No questions. We don't even ask the question. So what is this? What is the point here? Why does this have to exist? Complacency. If you find in value in these podcast shows or these talk shows or these radio shows, however you want to view it, this is the Modern Monk. This is Heru. And this is from the heart. I appreciate you and I love you for giving me the opportunity to express, to share, to be a part of your life. Literally. You know what I'm saying? And I feel your energy too. I'm looking at all these amazing places I never even thought my voice would actually touch. You feel me? Even though I'm in the making of traveling. I want to do some major in the next 5 to 10 years. I want to be doing travel. So those of you who are tuning in, and I know it's been some China. I've been Japan, all kinds of crazy places. I never thought Brazil and all these wonderful areas. I would definitely land masses. I definitely would like to come out there, connect with you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do a show. What I mean, a show. Yeah, we could probably do a show. Get up there, rock the mic once again. You feel me? Or even engage the minds, talking about some of these subject matters that we discuss on the show, like complacency. Getting out of that mentality. Growing. Keep growing. Keep learning. No, I don't know that. No, I don't want to do that. You know. Add value to yourself. And I'm thinking about Finn. Add more value. Build more character. Get your game together. You feel me? Get your game together. Get them dribbles in. Get them left hand dribbles in. Get them right hand dribbles in. You know what I'm saying? Go exceptional sometime. You know what I'm saying? Take it, blow their minds away. That's the thing I love doing. Giving people some opportunity where they like, well, yeah, we got to get him again. He's in the party. He's part of the setup. He is the setup. You feel me? That's the mindset you want people to be thinking. You know, and don't take me wrong, you're going to have some negative folks, that energy, and they be wanting you to come on down there too. But you got to bring them on back up. Have a sense of humor. Not always serious. Don't take me wrong. Some things you got to be serious or firm. You feel me? Firm. But at the same time, you got to start taking more advantage of the opportunities. Because all the opportunities are going to pass you up. Especially with the maturity, you would think you'd be more mature and understand it and take it to the next level. But we're not. We're staying on that level that we're comfortable on. Ooh, I like it here. Like that frog analogy. He's sitting in the stove pot, chilling in the water. We up in that jacuzzi. You know, to get up in there, that water feeling good and it's burning up. Yeah, it's about 80 degrees. And you chilling, you all relaxed because your body just got accustomed to it. You feel me? And that's what we gotta stop doing. We gotta stop that. We gotta always keep putting new information that is captivating information, that is actually expanding the wealth of your mind, expanding the wealth of your mentality, your finances, your relationship capital, right? Because that's what time it is to get you out of that complacency, to find satisfaction in growing. How about that? Keep growing, keep testing, keep pushing the envelope. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But pushing the limits. No limit. As Master P would say. No limit. You have the power. You just got to take control. And stop asking acceptant questions. You don't need permission. Just do the shit. You feel me? I'm not talking about hurting nobody, killing nobody, stealing from anybody, or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, handle your business. Be bout it for some time in your life. Because you know when you stand up and looking that good and all that, you know your daughters and sons and nieces and nephews and everybody's watching you. You feel me? Everybody's watching. They watch you on your demise too, but they watch you when you in power. Because you're empowering others when you on that level, unless you're just an arrogant motherfucker. You know, don't care. You know, because you do have those too. It's funny because everything is a duality. You always have a duality in the man's-tality of the mind of the eyes. Competency. But just think. That's the point here. Think. Think with thoughts that put great value, add value to you. Building characteristics that you want to see blossom within other people. This is a cool thing too. And I'm sure everybody experienced this. But when you had people coming in your particular area or specific space via your job or anything else, and they giving you thumbs up and all that other, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool because they do it they do it in front of my management. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying about you have to take complacency to the next level. You can't settle no more. You got to stop this on every S. I'm using the job as a metaphor, but my point is in life in general. You got to stop using that excuse. We have to. If we want to see something different within our particular lifetime, what we're witnessing right now, is like a shooting star that hit the earth. Literally. You feel me? Something that the Superman doesn't hit the meteor. Right. And I'm sure some folks out there probably did see a meteorite. But I'm talking about a major meteorite that hit the ground. Literally. That's what's happening to your competency. You have to wake up. Wake up. Get out of the mindset. Get out of the oh, I'm done. Oh me, oh my. You have to put something in to be able to build the more positive thinking anyway. I'm not saying everything is going to be positive, because there's days I'm frustrated. I'm at the work and I have to deal with this. You know how I feel? Stressful. But as soon as I'm out of that place, or I keep my mind on something else, that's when the deep breathing come in and your meditation come in. And you go work out and get that stuff out of you. Because that's what I've been able to do. I'm not a drinker. I'm not a smoker. I'm a toker. But my point is that it helped you get into a mindset where start adding a little exercise to your lifestyle and see the difference you will have at your job. You tend to start taking on other attributes. You tend to start taking on other skills because you're feeling better. You're feeling more healthy. You feel what I'm saying? Your heart rate is feeling good because you actually working the heart rate. You're opening up. That's the key thing. You're opening up the chakra. The chakras. You're opening up the chakras. You know what I'm saying? Because you tend to, okay, let me put the good vegetables. Let me put the good nutrition in the body. Therefore, you're responding a little different. Then you're going out, you're walking, or you're running. You're doing a little light jogging, or you're taking some jump rope. You're getting your jump rope in. You feel me? Or you just doing burpees. Yeah, burpees probably don't have nothing to do with building muscle. But at the same time, burpees are a good fat loss or weight loss particular tool. You feel what I'm saying? And you can vary it. You can vary push-up. Add a push-up. Jump up, do a jumping jack. You feel me? So it's so many versions, but at the same time, visions and versions of the situation where you can actually take it to the next level. But the point is, you got to get out of this complacency. Mind, body, soul, right? Mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially too. You can't save, right? I mean, you have to create cash flow. You see what I'm saying? Cash flow, period, point blank. What that mean? Go check out Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He breaks it down for you. Robert Kiyosaki. But learning to understand how money works, learning to understand how your body works, because the doctor don't know you. Let me throw that out. The doctor don't know you. Yeah, they got all these tests, boom, boom, boom. That's good for your information. To add value to you, you know what your levels are. You feel me? But at the same time, the doctor don't know how you respond to certain things. Because that other chakra they don't talk about, that emotional chakra or energy that has all to do with every aspect of the body responds. Right? The emotion is the connection. That's the heart. Right? That's the heart. That's what's telling you how your body to respond, what it needs to respond, how it needs to respond to such and such. But we get complacent. We get complacent. Do we truly want things? Well, let me back up. Do we truly want things that build value, or we want things that destroys value, don't add value? And the funny thing about that example I'm using right there, we see it every day. People buying big ass TVs. And it's funny too, because the dollar, we know the dollar bill is, the value of the dollar has been gone down since the gold standard been taken off, prior to the 60s. I'm talking the 30s, 1930s, even further than that. Keep it real with you. Civil War. I think the Civil War changed every aspect of this country. Literally. We didn't realize that back then when I was in this movement, the sovereignty movement. But now, when you think about it, the Civil War has debunked everything on that Constitution or on that Constitution or on that contract that was developed in 1776. Or flip it on that, the Declaration of Independence. Not even that. What was it? The federal paper? Or whatever was the foundational aspect. Independence. A Declaration of Independence. We don't know the fabric, and they don't tell you the story. That's why Abraham Lincoln was killed. That brother was debunking the feds, debunking the big buddies, the big money. Not even the feds. They wasn't even invented then, but they had the mentality, obviously. Hence the feds being created, or not feds, IRS. I'm sorry, the IRS, the Federal Reserve Program. Competency or complacency. Complacency. Literally, we have been so complacent, we have forgotten everything. We have forgotten how to teach our children or how to learn. Because if the child is seeing you learning, he or she will be interested in that as well. Literally. Especially when you make it fun. There's a tip right there for all you parents. When they see you reading a book, diving in a book, you better believe it. They're going to be picking up books, trying to mock mommy or daddy. That is one thing I got to say about my grandpa on my mom's side. He used to read the newspaper or the Bible, one or the other. My grandma was like that too. They'd be quiet in the room or outside. We'd be listening to some classic music. My grandpa and grandma's spot. And it'd be cool. And it'd be me and my cousin tearing up shit. up in the room, or we up doing or in the living room, listening to the music, chilling out, trying to figure out what we can do. And I'm talking, this was young, but I just remember that. Yeah, they'll see you start reading around the children and taking time too, taking the time to start reading around or read to them. What happened to that? You don't even see that no more on Facebook. Like even with parents with a book in their hand, you don't see that too often. I'm triggering something now. Complacency. I'm telling you, we are really slipping here, folks. We're slipping. I mean, it's like, what? And then when you do have people who are throwing the knowledge out, it's so small now. You know the names. You know what school they done came from, or whatever the case may be. What websites they done got on, or who that does that. I'm telling you, we've been complacent. We've been getting complacent, and it's like we're racing for it. Okay, what's the next Google coming out? So I can jump on that bandwagon and ride the wave. Why settle for short term? That's what I never understood. Even with the music industry, I always, I was fascinated by the music industry. How brothers like Master P and Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Puff Daddy at the time, or P. Diddy, how they went on and made these, Suge Knight made these conglomerates or big businesses. Jay Prince, all them cats. The Ghetto Boy Scarface, after he done went off, he did his own thing. He had all them cats like Ludacris and all them. South here, boom, boom. You feel me? I was always fascinated by how they took the mentality to the next level and didn't stay complacency with the industry. They bucked the system, right? They bucked the system, and they didn't settle for, oh, the okie doke, or they didn't settle for, here we go again. Because this is what we're getting told every day. Everything is nothing. You can probably take the same day we had today, the 17th, August 17th, and go look up August 17th of last year. And I bet you the news is on the same shit. It's the same issue. And we can do this year for year, and it be the same crap. Same people telling you the bullshit. And we accept it. Complacency. We don't want to think for ourselves. We rather have somebody else think for us. And then when the results come out bad, then they haven't came out, but yeah, they're not going to come out bad till at least 10 years. Then you start seeing people's habits, how people respond. When you got the retail industry that has destroyed, literally, we have destroyed the customer. We have destroyed the customer. Retail have destroyed the customer. The customer does not have no respect for the retailer. No respect. Therefore, the stealing. Complacency. This brother don't know nothing about what he talking about. Complacency. You see it at your job daily. Daily. You probably seeing it in your relationship. Because we settle down. Like I said, you better subscribe to this show. Send it over to a couple friends, family members. Let them listen in. Let them tune in. Because we here to spark some of them thoughts. Get them thoughts. Get y'all thinking. What y'all thinking about? Y'all thinking about sending me a few $1,000? So we can start moving on these retreat centers. I want to get these retreat centers everywhere. All around the world. Open people's minds up. Get them to see all this psychedelics and all these energies that we can take advantage of. Opening up your chakras. All that stuff. You feel me? We can get all that taken care of. Getting you back on the eating regimen. Where you can open up all your circularizations and respirations and bitriculations and all these big words people be using. Explaining the body. Instead of just awakening the mind, awakening the body, awakening the soul. That's the key right there. We have the tools. The tools are there. The tools have been there. We just been complacent. We ain't trying to get up out of there. There's that word, trying. Well, I tried, coach. I said that a few times in my past. Now I say strive. Let's strive to get this cracking. As a matter of fact, that brother Mufasa kind of hit it up and mentioned that. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, we use strive instead of try. Because see, the connection, right? The value, what you value. You add that value to whatever that word may be expressed. You feel what I'm saying? Or your definition, like complacency. What's your definition? When I say complacency or complacent, what comes to your mind? That's the challenge. What comes to your mind when I say complacency or complacent? Are you complacent? Have you settled for what you're working with within today, tonight? Shout out to you, Finn, for just that insight of your situation being laid off at the YMCA. But you took the time to get out there and go for it. Go get it. Even though some things put that fire up under your ass, where you got to move a little expeditiously. But you definitely put that fire and get you moving. But see, and the funny thing is, you're moving, The key thing is you're moving. Now, the second step would be the definition of who's moving with you or who are you connecting with. Uh-oh. You feel me? That will actually spark or get you on the path. You know what I'm saying? Or on the right road to that end result that you're looking for. Hence, Pat Rigsby, Bedros, Jonathan Goodman. You feel me? Napoleon Hill. Get you on the path. Therefore, it opens your ability, your ableness, your influence, your imagination. You feel me? Are you with me, brothers and sisters? I'm not sitting here preaching or nothing. But a brother got to express what's actually within. Because that's what it is. Within. Now, just imagine. Just imagine you was taking the time. 30 days. You're at this retreat center. The first 5 days, 7 days, it's going to be a struggle. You're going to be working within some things that you haven't really pulled out of your goodie bag. Right? Witnessing things that you have witnessed before, but it's replayed and it has to come to an end. You feel me? Complacency. The end is when you take responsibility, full accountability, and take control and limit it. I said no limit it early. But you limit that thought, you limit that idea and put it in its past, or forgive and forget some cases. You know, you could do that too. That's a technique that will actually be opportunity at my health retreat centers. Because they're going to be healing centers. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're going to be based on. Getting people out of a complacency type mindset, body, life. Look, we're all multi-billionaires, multi-quadrillions. You can't even put a number on you. That's why they're trying to control the people. 1984 is knocking on your door. 1984 is knocking on your door. They live, my people. They live. Like I said, if you're getting any value out of this, send it to your friends, fellows, whoever you need to do. Look, check this brother out. Check this out. You would like this. You would dig this. This is just for you. And I was thinking of you. So I thought of this brother right here, and I sent them over. Like I said, thank you for reaching out. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to end that with the competency. Think about it. Take the time. How are you thinking? How are you dealing with this particular word? How would you express it? How would you define it? That's all within you. Take lessons. I am the lesson. You feel me? Here's a lesson right here. Life is the lesson, and life gives you the lessons day in and day out. It's all about how you take it, how you interpret it. Like my example I was using earlier about the rekeying. I broke 4 of them off. Now I'm taking the time. I said, okay, it's giving me time to come to the house and speak about competency. Breaking it down. Stop getting settled. Stop settling for what is given. Start creating. Start developing opportunities for people all around you. That's the crazy thing. People are watching you like crazy. I'm thinking about, don't take me wrong. It's not like I got thousands and thousands of followers on my Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all that. It'd be nice. I'm not tripping about that. The cool thing is about the people who do follow a brother or who we do connect. They're actually connecting. You feel me? And that's one of the first part. That's what I was saying. Send me your email. You can send me an email at youarethegym@gmail.com. And that's you with a U. youarethegym@gmail.com. hit me up. Even text me 206-659-6382. Send me your name. At least give me your name saying what you want to do if you want to get busy on these fitness game. You feel what I'm saying? On the fitness game, or just taking your game to the next level. How we can help each other. Like I say, I'm helping a sister with, don't take me wrong. I feel that I'm adding value by giving her some dollars where she can purchase more particular product, even though she's good. But at the same, it's the gesture. It's the respect. That's what I would say. It's the respect. Because I'll go get that $25 to a local farmer's market. But I know, don't take me wrong, I know it will enhance, or I will see improvement around my neighborhood. But at the same time, if I'm adding value to the sister, I know I'm adding value to her, and I know where the dollars is going or the money is going. You feel me? That's like me. Here's a good example. A brother owned a clothesline I met a few years prior to connecting with the brother. Double I, we call it Double I. He actually, independent industries. And, this brother, we connected, hit off, wow. And he seen how I was with his brand. I was pushing his brand. But see, I took ownership of his brand. Just like I take ownership of my brand. You feel me? You got people who gon' rep and do your thing, maybe take your domain name and all that other stuff, or I gave my domain up. You feel me? Or whatever the case. I don't care about that. That's not even the case. I am the brand. You feel me? That's how you got to look at all things. You are the brand. Period. So you have to get your game up. I'm always, how can I improve? How can I learn? How can I go around, particularly I'm using Home Depot as an example. How can I go around meeting other people in different departments, understanding, building a little rapport with people? You know what I'm saying? Building my name. You know, not necessarily being selfish, but it is being selfish because you're building skills. You're building communication bridges. You feel me? Communication bridges. But my point is, I was helping this brother, and I think he's seen the drive and everything that I had given to the brand, because I'm pushing it. I'm in school. I'm going to the schoolhouse with it, repped up. People like, hey, where you get that from? And it was a hot brand, Independent Industries. And I wish he'd bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Even though he doing his music thing, shout out to you, Dorian, for sure. You know, Seattle Doe, for sure. But the point is, I think he's seen within me that, okay, this brother's about it. And see, and that's the element you have to bring within your own particular energy. That's what I'm saying. Send this podcast to one of your friends, foes. Let them know this brother's not no joke. He's getting into the heart, because that's what time it is. We got to get in the heart. And I'm going to end with that. Peace. I'm out.